Well, with Black Friday right around the corner and the possibility of some really great deals, I wanted to go over some of my favorite peripherals from 2022. And while most of these are gaming related, these are also a lot of things I use in my day-to-day. I use the same keyboard and the same mouse for both gaming and working. So let's dive in and take a look. Hey everyone, I'm Jordan with 9 to 5 Toys, and first off I want to talk about mice, and by far my favorite mouse of 2022 has been the Razer Deathadder V3 Pro. The combination of ergonomic shape, lightweight design, and rock-solid build make it my favorite mouse that I've used to date. Taking a look at the quick specs here, it's weighing in at just 63 grams for a full-size ergonomic mouse, up to 90 hours of battery life. It has Razer's Focus Pro 30K optical sensor, Gen 3 optical switches, and 100% PTFE states. And while some have disputed Razer's Pro mice as being pro because they've removed some features, to me this is exactly what makes them the high-performance counterparts. Just like the racing spec of your favorite sports car, this mouse has been stripped of any unnecessary components that don't do one of two things: make it lighter or make it faster. Combine that with a large redesign that still features a large ergonomic hump near the back of the mouse, and it's one of the lightest, most comfortable wireless gaming mice that I've ever used, and thus my top pick for mouse for 2022. The only issue here is that performance always comes at a price. The Deathadder V3 Pro comes in at $150, and that is why we're hoping to see it on sale this holiday season, because it has been out for a little bit, and we're starting to see some sales on the Viper V2 Pro from Razer. And taking a look at the Viper V2 Pro, if the ergonomic shape of the Deathadder is not to your liking, the symmetrical design of the Viper V2 Pro is also a great choice with the similar technology, and it's even lighter. And like we mentioned, it's currently on sale down to $127 from the usual $150 MSRP. And if you prefer a few more buttons on your mouse, some other great mice from this year have been the Roccat Kone XP Air and the Razer Basilisk V3 Pro. These are fully featured mice with docks and extra buttons, and offer up a world of possibility when it comes to button mapping on your mouse. Alternatively, given the product life of the Pro X Superlight from Logitech, now's a great time to pick one of those up. It's an older model, but it's still a great one that's been vetted by tons of professional gamers, and we're starting to see it frequently on sale. So definitely stay locked to 9to5toys.com over Black Friday, because I'm sure we'll be seeing some great deals on that mouse as well. All right, now let's move on to keyboards. This year also saw one of my favorite keyboards coming from a big brand. This is the HyperX Alloy Origin 65 with the Aqua tactile switches. Originally, the board was released with just the red linear switches, but I wanted to wait until the Aquas were available because I've heard so many good things about them, and I'm glad that I decided to wait. Quick specs here: switches that come in either the Aqua tactile or red linear. The board itself weighs a hefty 825 grams for the 65% layout. Of course, it has RGB, has double-shot PBT keycaps, and that full aluminum body that makes it feel like a high-quality keyboard. And what I love about this keyboard is that even though it comes from a major brand, HyperX, the build quality is some of the best that I've seen for a pre-built keyboard. Combine this with the Aqua switches that have a light actuating Cherry-like spec, but sound and feel better than Cherry MX Browns in my opinion. And this is easily my favorite big brand keyboard of the year. Be sure to check out the full review for a sound test and more impressions. And moving on, while the mouse and keyboard was a no-brainer for me this year, choosing a favorite headset has been a little bit harder. Don't get me wrong, there have been a lot of great headset releases this year, but there really hasn't been one that has stood out to me as the one that I always reach for when I can. I spent a lot of time this summer enjoying and utilizing the high-end ANC headsets that we've been blessed with this year. I usually game in a space above the garage, and that gets warm in the summer, and with both a portable AC unit and a fan running, ANC, active noise cancellation, can really help to knock out background noise and keep me focused on the audio cues in-game. That being said, none of them did everything perfect for me. The Sony Inzone H9 was the most comfortable and sounded great, but the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro Wireless had more usability with the retractable mic and dock, but the comfort fell short for me on that one. We've also seen some technical marvels with the HyperX Cloud Alpha Wireless going up to 300 hours of battery life. I still haven't had to recharge that headset yet. And the Roccat Syn Max Air is really unique with its RGB lighting and that handy charging dock, something that we don't see much of at all in the headset space. And even though we've had these great headsets come out this year, like I said, there hasn't been one that has really been drawing me to it and one that I always reach for. Actually, I found myself reaching for one from late last year quite often, and that is the Epos H3 Pro Hybrid. This wireless headset with ANC sounds incredible with lots of detail, and I also find the Epos headsets to be very comfortable. But it does struggle with wireless connection when both wireless and Bluetooth are used at the same time. But I did find myself using that headset quite often this year when doing live streams. I would run it wired, and it performed really well, and the ANC was great for knocking out background noise. So while I'm not really able to name, my favorite or best gaming headset of this year, because I feel like each of them have little issues, there are some really great options out there. And if you find that the comfort of the Arctis Nova Pro wireless works for you, I do think that would probably be the best pick with most versatility. You can use it both at your gaming station and out on the go, and it looks great in both locations. So I know that the comfort doesn't work for everybody, it doesn't work for me. If it does work for you, I do think that that is probably one of the best headsets from the year. And moving on, I have another honorable mention for another favorite piece of my setup this year, and that is the Insta360 Link webcam. This gimbal mounted camera is incredibly sharp and can physically follow you around the room. From both 4K resolution to the auto color coming out of the sensor and autofocus performance, this is one of the first times I've genuinely been impressed with the image from a webcam. Previously I'd been using the Razer Kiyo Pro, but I could never really trust the autofocus, and I feel like the image, the color always needed just a little bit of tweaking to get it where I wanted it. But with the Insta360 Link, I feel like both of those things are pretty much spot on right out of the camera. So that's what I've been using on our live streams, and I've just been very happy with that camera. The brand new Elgato Facecam Pro also looks exciting and enticing, but I haven't been able to try that out myself yet, so I can't really comment on it, but definitely another one to check out. And when it comes to microphones, there have been some great releases for 2022, but for the Black Friday deal season, I still have to recommend the HyperX SoloCast. It's nearly always on sale at this point in its product life cycle, and at just $35 right now, that's even before Black Friday, it is an incredible sounding microphone. I've recorded a good chunk of my YouTube videos with that. It could do with a couple of upgrades like a boom stand and a shock mount, but those are also both very affordable, even more so around Black Friday. And check out my video up here in the corner highlighting some of the mods that I made to the SoloCast, making it, I think, one of the best, most affordable microphones you can get for streaming or for solo content creating. Otherwise, the HyperX DuoCast has some more features with a built-in shock mount, and the Deity VO-7U can come with a boom arm and is ready to go right out of the box. But like I said, for streamers and solo content creators who just want a simple and affordable mic that sounds as good as, if not better than mics, up to twice its price point, the SoloCast, especially with a few upgrades, is still my recommendation. All right, and that's gonna do it for some of my favorites from 2022. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. And of course, stay locked to 9to5toys.com through Black Friday and this holiday deal season, as we're going to be sharing the best deals. And stay tuned for our live streams, 3:30 on Fridays, and we'll be going over some of the best deals there as they come up as well, and also talking about new products. So you can ask any questions you want about products and things we reviewed, and we'd be happy to see you there. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so others can find it easier, and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.